Have you ever been offered something like dinner or a gift and you accept it because you're like, oh, that's lovely, it's a gift. But then later you realize that that gift didn't come for free. The gift didn't come because they were giving. It came with subtle, quiet expectations that you, later on, consciously or not, have to manage instead of just being who you are. This is how the world operates, unconsciously. Because if we all need to depend on each other in this sort of unconscious, extractive way, not malicious, but extractive, well then no one's alone. And yet, we do end up kind of alone. I didn't understand why I didn't fit places, why I wasn't understood by people. What would happen is I'd meet people and I'd say yes to gifts. I'd say yes to the job. I would say yes to all these things because I thought that that was safety. I thought that was identity. I thought it gave me meaning. I thought it gave me purpose. But really it took everything from me. By the time I had left San Diego, and this maybe was the real reason I ended up going out there, was to build the scaffolding of my sovereignty. What are my priorities? Who am I outside of the family system? Who am I outside of the corporate matrix? And that of course took time. It took distance. It took self-inquiry. Going back to the family ecosystem for these past 8 months was like putting that to the test. Let's go back into the place where you were eroded to begin with, and let's see if you can maintain that sense of integrity and that sovereignty. I noticed all these areas where there were covert power dynamics, covert narcissism, all these different things that cannot withstand sovereignty. And again, sovereignty, in essence, in function, is just structure. When you strip everything down into the facts, roles become clearer, your actions become clearer, and the line where you end and other people begin becomes clearer. Everything is visible. Everything is transparent. Nothing can get through to you. At this work exchange, I just experienced it all over again. My survival and my shelter was dependent on an exchange. And that exchange wasn't clean initially. There were subtle expectations already forming. And my nervous system revolted because my nervous system now is wired for sovereignty. My nervous system already trusts the structure I've built for myself far more than it trusts any other structure outside of myself. Yes, it may make certain exchanges feel more transactional and even be more transactional, but it makes it more honest. Because if I know my role for you and I know what value I am offering to you, and I know what value you are offering to me, first of all, I can give you my all. I can show up and I can do that job to the best of my ability. I can focus on actually what I'm supposed to be doing instead of spreading myself thin, trying to manage someone else's expectations constantly, be on all the time, and literally kind of fundamentally become a different person for someone else. I can be myself, which is the greatest gift that I can give to you. And that's true for every single one of us. The other thing is that because it's transactional, because we understand each other's roles, there's no risk of resentment building on either sides, confusion building, unspoken expectations or miscommunications. I know that if I work a certain set of hours at a certain rate per hour that we agree on every single week, that will add up to pay my rent. That's a clean exchange. Outside of that, I know that I have the freedom to follow my own rhythms and there's no other expectations. It preemptively resolves so much confusion, so much chaos, so much drama. It actually creates space for people to meet each other where they really are. Real moments of presence and authenticity. Honest moments, because I'm not showing up contorting myself to make you comfortable. I'm now showing up as myself. And you're showing up as yourself. And I'm giving you what I've agreed to give you by my own agency. And you are agreeing with your own agency. And in that space, that's authenticity. And if there's not moments of connection and softness, that's okay. Because even if there was a facade of that, that doesn't mean in structure or in reality it's actually there. It means it's a performance to make people comfortable. And who's benefiting from that, truly? So yes, sovereignty is going to change the nature of how we communicate and how we connect and how we support each other. but I will die on a hill saying that it's for the better. And if building the structures to achieving full sovereignty in your life is something that you are interested in doing or already working towards, but looking to accelerate, I'm launching my first ever group container where we will meet bi-weekly for 4 weeks for 60 minutes online. In this container, we're going to identify our current pattern, define clean exchange in our lives, practice real boundaries, and make structural changes. The first session will be Sunday, March 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The link to sign up is in the description box below. I hope you join us. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.